Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to make some different goodies here in just a minute using a bunch of scraps and just junk mail and different things. But right now I wanted to show you the Blue Christmas digital kit. I have finished it, and so I wanted to show it to you. It's 23 pages long. This one took me a little while, but there is the first page, and I have done background sheets to go on the back, just a light pale blue. I faded them out, so that would be 2 sheets. In other words, this would be the front and the back. Excuse me. And then there is that one. I absolutely love this kit. And there's that one, looks like it's snowing. There is that one. Now my printer, I guess you can see, let me show you up close. My printer is making these little lines down through here. I've got somebody coming to check it out. Yours will not have those lines, hopefully, unless your printer's messed up like mine. But if you see those little lines on there, just ignore them. That is not in the pattern. It's just coming from my printer. But I love, this is probably my favorite page right there. Love it. And then there's the back sheet. And then this one. And I am probably going to have to print this one out 2 or 3 times because I know I'm going to be making lots of tags and journaling cards and pockets and everything else with it. So there's that one. I love these houses. I found those and implemented them into this kit. Oh, I'm going to show you the back of that one. They've all got the little houses, like watercolor houses on the back, or most of them do. And then just a pale blue, so you can still write on this if you wanted to, but it gives it a little bit of texture. Like this one printed off pretty, it's got the little lines pretty bad in it. But I don't mind that. I can hardly see it unless, I mean, I know it's there. You probably have no clue, can't even see it. But anyway, I'm sure it's something I've done to the printer. Look at that. I just love it. Both sides. And that. And I wanted to do this little edge to match the little berries there. And then the tree to kind of match that background. And then there's the back of that one. And then this one. And the back of it with the polka dots. Now this you will have seen on the freebie from last week. I went ahead and included it in this kit just because it's not costing you any more at all. I just wanted to include it in the kit because it goes beautifully with this kit. The tans and the blues. So that's some journaling cards, or you could make pockets out of them. And then here's some tags, and then this could be a belly band, or you could cut it in sections and make something else out of it, a side tuck, whatever you would want. And then 2 pockets for the corner, or slanted corner pockets, and then 2 side tucks. Then I went ahead and put these cutouts on there because I just thought they were so pretty. Love that one. And then I put the houses on there, of course, because I thought they were so pretty. It's another cutout that you could put on the bottom of your tags or just whatever you're making. And then these are some, they're not necessarily the Christmas, but they're the same blue in these flowers as it was in the kit. So I went ahead and made some small journaling cards, larger journaling cards, and put them on here. So you can have them, you know, tucked in different places throughout. And some of the flowers absolutely match just perfectly with the kit. And I love that background, the writing in that background, all of that, all the different textures. I love that. And then I made 2 big ones. These could be like flip outs on your page. So these could be some flip outs if you'd want, or you could cut them up and make them tags, just whatever. So 23 pages, and it is up on the website now. I'll put a link directly to it below if you want to go over and purchase it. Also, and I didn't get this one printed out, but Alicia put one up today too. It's her last fall kit, and it goes very well with the other fall kits that we have there. So if you need another just small fall kit to finish out your fall, then grab that one. That one is up as well. Okay, I have pulled out, these are some of the things that I stick in my drawer. And I save them because I think, oh, I can do something with that. I can do something with that. It's like, you know, this is junk mail from the post office. This is a piece of, this was some kind of keeper, like a little notebook. And then this is the back of ephemera. This come off of a 49 in Market little ring binder. And just another backing of ephemera. These, they had ephemera in them, and I saved them because they do make great pockets. All you have to do is cover them. This was off of a box. It slid off of a box, and I got to looking at it, and I thought, I can't throw it away. I need to do something with that. Do you do that too? Does anybody do that besides me? I mean, my drawer is absolutely ruptured over here. And then there's another piece of junk mail from Amazon. This, it was actually a little notebook of some kind that somebody sent me, or I purchased in something, or I don't know. But, you know, I wouldn't use that exactly like it is. So I thought we would just go ahead and cover some of these, and then we can make some big tags out of them. I like the rounded top, so I thought we might do that too. So we will lay all of these to the side, and then I'll show you all the pile of just scraps that I have pulled out. This is some book pages, some old ledger paper. These are some of the scraps that I have. More scraps. Just bitty scraps and big scraps and all kinds of scraps. And more scraps. What we're going to do is we're going to make some Frankenstein tags and pockets. And then I've got these that I'll use on the back. So yes, we're going to make some Frankenstein tags and pockets. And I'll just look at each piece and see what I think I would want to make out of it. Okay. Well, I think I'll actually make a pocket out of this. It's a little bit wide. Excuse me, I have got a tickle in my throat that I have had in there for 2 days now, and I can't get rid of it. No matter what I drink or what I do or what I take. So if I'm constantly clearing my throat, I apologize. It's one of those little tickles from all of the stuff that's dying outside. Okay. So we have that, and now we're going to find some paper. Now, I'm just going to use whatever scraps I have. It's not necessarily going to be themed. I'm just going to use what I've got here in my stash. And I want to cover it where this will kind of wrap around. I don't want to glue my pocket down here and here, because if I do, it's going to close up part of it. So I'm going to leave a little bit of this on each end so that I can wrap it around. So let me find a pen, and I'll mark this. We'll mark it right there. So how are you guys doing? What are you doing today? Have you got lots of crafting going on, or are you having to work? What is up with everybody? I love hearing about your days and what you're doing and all of that. It just makes me feel more like I'm right there with you. Okay, we're just going to fold this around. I've always been that type person who likes to know what other people are doing. I don't know why that, I mean, not personal stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Just, ooh, are you having to work? Or are you crafting? Or are you in town? Or are you shopping? Or, you know, I've always been that kind of person. I used to bug my brothers to death because every time they would leave the house and come back, I would want to know, where have you been? What did you do? Where did you go? Who did you see? It's just the way I was, because I never got to go to town very often. So when they got out, they were a lot older than me, or a pretty good bit older than me. So they were able to drive way before I come along. And so, I had to kind of live vicariously through them as far as the town and everything is concerned. Because my mother didn't let me go very often. I guess that's why I'm a homebody now, is because I was always a homebody at home when I was young. I just very seldom got to go. Now, if my dad went, I could go with him, but I couldn't go with my brothers. I guess it might have been a good thing, because no telling what they got into. She might have known a whole lot better than me, because I used to beg to go with my older brother. I'd say, please let me go with him, Mother, please. And she wouldn't let me go, and he ended up totaling 3 different cars, so it's probably a good thing I didn't go. He was he liked to drive really fast. Did you see what I did? I didn't even glue this part down. I'm sitting here talking and didn't even glue that down. That's no problem. You know what we're going to do? We're going to sneak some glue down in here. It's not a big deal. It's the good part about the little fine tip on art glitter glue. It will go down in there. So there, we've got a pocket like that. And then I want to cover this with something. And we may even be able to make some things to go in our pockets. I'm not sure. Don't know if we'll have time for that, but we'll try. Let's see. Nothing in there. See if we've got something here that would kind of sort of go. So I guess that's why I bug you guys now about, what are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. Where are you going? I'm still trying to live vicariously through you. Oh, still trying to find out what everybody's doing, because I don't get to do it all. Oh, I could do it all if I wanted to now. It's just, I like to stay busy. And when you stay busy at home, you don't have a lot of time to go out and about. And I love staying busy. It kind of keeps my mind occupied and keeps me from thinking about things. And I think I'm going to put that on top. I love that. That is from Hello Susan, one of her kits. And evidently it was a fall kit, because it says fall favorites. So we'll just use that on there. And I think, let's see, I think I'm going to wrap it around just a little bit too. I believe it'll be okay. No, I want to stick that down in there, so I'm not going to wrap it around. So if I don't stick it down in there, I'll be able to see some of the junk mail. Yeah, bless my heart, my brother, now he drives perfectly like an old grandma. But he liked to see what a car would do when he was young. And usually they wouldn't do everything that he wanted them to do, because they'd end up in the ditch. Oh, I did get to go with him one time though, and he let me drive. I think I was only like in the 2nd grade. And he put me over. Of course, I couldn't reach the wheels. I couldn't reach the bottom to, give it gas or anything like that. So he was giving it the gas. And I was driving. I was doing the steering wheel. And I thought that I was the biggest thing that there ever was. I was sitting in his lap and I was driving. And I was bigger than anybody at that moment. If my mother had found out about that, she would have probably killed both of us. But we never told her. And I didn't wreck it. I didn't run it in the ditch. But yeah, he would let me drive. My other brothers wouldn't. They wouldn't let me in their cars. But he let me drive. He's still my favorite brother to this day. Oh, me. I only have 2 brothers left. 2 of my brothers passed away quite a few years ago. But He is one of them that's left, and he's way on up in his, let's see, he's probably 77 now, maybe, something like that. I can't remember exactly. I know he's quite a bit older than I am, and I'm getting close to 70. But he's a sweet brother. Sweet, sweet brother. Okay, we're going to punch a little pool right there. And should have done that before you glued it down, Edith, but you're too busy talking about things. Just don't pay attention. Alright, you see how I've got that little bit showing there of that background paper? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little guy and I'm going to glue it right back down there. You'll still have that opening, but you'll have that covered up. Which I know it's brown and it really doesn't show. You could leave it if you wanted to, but I'm just going to cover it like this. So glue that back down right where it punched out at. I wanted my fall to show, my fall favorites to show. That's why I brought that paper up so far. And that's okay. We're going to fix it. Now if you ink over that, so you still see where your opening is, but yet you're not seeing that piece down there that would show. So that's just a little helpful hint if you ever do that, if you punch it out like that. Too far down. Alright, that's a cute little pocket. And I think I'm going to see if I have a butterfly that would go down here and maybe look like he's headed for that flower up there. Oh, I kind of like that dark green one there. I had just about forgot about these butterflies. It's some that we had last year maybe in the store, and I put them up and I forgot about them. Yesterday I was looking for some things to embellish with, and I happened to dig them out, and I thought, why have I not been using those? So I think they're so pretty. Oh, I've got this stray cat outside my window, and every time I start doing a video, he, whatever it is, comes over and starts clawing at my screens on my shop, and I can't stand that. So I don't know what to do. It's not mine. I don't know whose it is, but I don't know what to do with him. Let's see. I'm going to glue that there. And I think I'll just cut off a piece of it. And I don't want to get mean with her, but I just don't know. I don't know what to do with her. I think she's the neighbor. She's got a really pretty collar on. I know somebody owns her. But for some reason she likes to hang around here when I'm talking to myself. I don't know. Yeah, like that. And then let's see. I'll put anything else on there. See if we have a little stamp that these are some stamps that I made, and they are on a freebie if I'm not mistaken, so you could grab one of those. I think I will put it right there. Now those little white pieces that are sticking up there, I just inked them, and you can't tell that they were white. All of our freebies are on our blog, and if you go to my website, our website, which is scrapbookingwithme.com, it's always linked below, you will find the freebies. Go over to that blog and you'll find the freebies. You don't have to log in to get the freebies. We do ask that you are a subscriber to our YouTube channel here. That just kind of helps us out a little bit if you are a subscriber. But that's all that we ask. We don't ask anything else. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of my washi. And I am just going to put it right there. Just kind of coming across part of that flower. Make it look like we stamped it there. So there's one just made out of some junk mail. And it'll be glued down, so I'm not going to worry about covering the back. So we'll put that there. Alright, let's decide what we want to do with this. I've had many thoughts, but okay, I think I'm going to cut it down the middle. I'm going to make 2 different pieces out of it. So let's get the center here. If I can get it to lay like I want it. There we go. Now I'm going to cut down the middle and we're going to see if what I want to do with it is going to work. It may not work. This may be a little bit too thick. I don't know. This is kind of a thick paper. Whew, that was heavy. Heavy. Right. That is actually, would be actually a cute little book. Would it not? I don't even mind that cover. And then we could put some pages in here and cover this inside. That's not what I had originally thought about doing to it, but I think it might work. Now on this one, let's see. Yeah, I think that might be a little bit thick for what I had intended. So I think on this one, I'm going to lay this one aside, and on this one we'll make it into a little booklet. Now I've made tons of the little booklets, so you guys know how to do those, but I'm just going to do it real quick. And I may even piece this inside. If I don't have a piece of paper here on my desk that's going to be big enough, I may just piece it. Alright, I think we'll just start with this, glue it down, and then we'll kind of go from there. Because I do want to cover the inside. That really chews up the glue if you run off like I do. So. Okay. We'll put a little bit more right down through here. So this is Winging It Wednesday, by the way. If I forgot to say that, I think I did. And we're just winging it with junk. Lots of junk. From trash to treasure, isn't that what they say? Or junk to trunk? I don't know. Oh, Lordy. Let's see. Do I want that there? Trying to find a piece that I can just put right down through there. I think we'll just run a little piece of that down through there. And yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, I know I watch every now and then. I don't watch it very often because I really don't have the time to sit and watch it. Usually they're over an hour long. But this lady, I don't remember where she's out of, but she does from trash to treasure kind of thing. And she will go to the dumpster, to the dump where people just dump all their garbage, and dig through it and come back with some of the god-awfulest things I've ever seen. And she will use them and make beautiful pieces out of them. And I'm thinking, good grief, I would have been the one throwing that away because I'd have never thought about doing anything like that with it. But yeah, she's pretty ingenious when it comes to working with that kind of stuff. Alright, so you can still write on the inside that if you'd want, and we're going to put some paper in it. I may not put paper in it on screen because you guys know how to put paper in there. But I do think I'll cover this front because I wouldn't use that in a journal that I'm making right now because it really doesn't go with any of my journals. So I think I'll cover it with this. I like that paper. You know it's got a ledger in the background, so you know I like it. And this will be a pretty thick little notebook, but it'll be okay. Just slide down in a pocket or something. Be like a little accompanying notebook that you can send with the journal. I do that quite often. Sometimes if they're too big, I'll just put them on the outside in the bag that I cover the journal with, or that I put around the journal, whatever you want to say. Okay, we could wrap that around and then just put another piece here. Let's just do that. Not waste it. You see where I had a sticky note on there when I printed it? That's why that one didn't end up in a journal. I had a sticky note on there when I copied it, and remember to take your sticky notes off, because that copier doesn't copy through them. Alright. I could just finish it out with that, but that I don't think I want to on that one. Nope. I know I've got something here I can use that's long enough. I've got so many scraps, and I need to use them. So if you're into scrap busting, you are in the right place. I think I just used that right there. So this is scraps at its finest right here, I'm telling you. We could call this junk busting. You want to call it junk busting? I finished that up. I just went ahead and I had to stop out and let my camera take a breath. I have to do that every 30 minutes. I think it's older than I am. I put a little stamp that I made there, and then just the other part of that little sticker. And then I just tucked some odd papers in here. And I'm just going to leave those in there, and that'll let me know that I need to stitch those in. But that is just a little booklet made out of some junk. Alright, now you guys have seen me do these many times, so I'm going to leave that aside for now. On this, I thought we could make a belly band, a nice belly band. So let's see, we don't need it any longer than 6. So let's cut this down. Cut it down. I'm going to cut it a little bit longer because that end needs to be leveled up. Or evened up, not leveled, but evened. There we go. Okay. Now I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me look at a page. Well, I don't think I have a page laying right here that I can look at. This one that'll be a piece of one. No, that's not a piece of one. That goes the wrong way. But I think that's going to be the right width. That is actually 6. My pages are usually around 5 3/4. So let me trim it down a little bit more. I'm going to make it 5 3/4. And hopefully that will work. Now this is nice and sturdy, so you won't have to do very much to it. I'm just going to cover it with some paper if I can find some that I want to use here. May not have any that's long enough because these are some small scraps. May have to do some piecing here. We could actually use this on there. That comes from one of Betty's collections, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if I have anything else that's long. Well, you know what? I think I will use that one on a tag because that's about the right size for a tag. This is a scrap, and I think the name of her store is Lynn Art Studios on Etsy, I believe. And I think it's L-I-N or L, I don't know. I'll try to remember to put it below. But I got that from her last year sometime. And I just love that lace that's on there, which I don't know which way's up and which way's down. Let's see. Okay, that's up because there's a little writing in the background. I'm going to try to get the biggest part of that lace on there. And it helps if you try to get it straight. If you don't, the lace is crooked. That's pretty. And that would go in just about any journal. Now, I might just wrap this around. Don't know. We'll see what it looks like. I think I'm just going to cut this off because I don't need that extra bulk on there. I'll just use those little scraps somewhere else. Oh, that's cute. And that will go across the page this way, not up and down, but a belly band like this. Right, so what can we put on there? It doesn't need a lot of embellishing, does it? Well, it doesn't need any more lace, Edith, that's for sure. I really don't want to cover up all my lace by putting something across like this, so I just would like to have some little something on the edge, maybe. Let's see what we got in larger labels that we could use there. I think I like that one better. And more of the lace shows, so we're going to put that one on there. And I don't even think I'm going to put anything behind it. I want most of my lace to show. If we decide when we put it in the journal if we want something else on it, we can always add it then. Yeah. Then we will ink around it. I might add just a little stamp up there. See if I've got one. Maybe that one. Yeah. That one looks a little bit better with it. I'm letting my glue stop up. It's very hot inside the store today. It's not hot outside, it's just hot in here because the sun is coming in the windows. So it's drying everything out. There we go. So there's a cute little belly band just out of some junk. Alright, with this one, let's see. Let's just make a tag out of this one. I'm going to cut it right across there. I always need tags. I can never have enough tags. Started to cut it and then I thought of something. So I may, let's see. No, I'm going to cut it. It's not as wide as I thought it was. Alright, we'll save that for little tags. Of course, you know I can't throw it away, so. Alright, I'm going to cover this side, and then this side will be the side that we cover for the writing. Now, on this one, I'll probably do some collaging, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I have a piece of paper that is big enough that I can cover the whole thing. Let's see. Oh, look at that. That's a fall piece. Let's see what we get. I don't know what we'll get when we cut that out, but we'll see. I mean, it's just scraps. Don't have to worry about it, do you? I'm just going to try to get a little bit of all of it on there, if I can. And hopefully that I got it straight enough. Now we'll cut and see what we get. I didn't have very much fall left from last year. I don't think I actually bought a lot of fall last year. Last fall was pretty rough. Oh, I did. I got some of the flowers, some of the top, some of that. I like that. And it just says give thanks. That will go in my thankful journal that I'm going to be putting together. I like that. And I don't think it needs very much on there except maybe a label. Just a label up there. Let's see. I thought I had some labels here that said something about giving thanks. I think I'll put that one on there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cover the back if I can find paper to cover it with. Let's use a piece of this to cover it. And yeah, I know my lines are going to go sideways, but that's okay. That's the biggest piece I have left of that without having to print again. So that's alright. This is from the lined notebook paper digital that I have up. Okay. So that is a tag, and we may cut it in a tag shape, I don't know. Let me look at it. I think I will. So I'm going to cut right there, hold on to that. Oops. Try not to drop it, which I did, but that's okay. And then flip it over and cut that side. Yeah, and that's okay that it got part of my little label there. That's not a problem. Not a problem with me. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my ribbon punch. I'll try to have this link below. It's off of Amazon. I love it because it punches that hole like that. And you can put, you know, larger lace or ribbon, whatever, through there. Okay. Cute. Put that one aside. Let's see what else we got here. Let's go ahead and work on one of these. I've never worked on one of these that I know of. I'm not going to worry about the holes at the bottom. I'm just going to cover it. Alright, we have a whole piece of Susan paper here. We can use this. Oh, that'll be good too. Look at that. Now, there's no way I'm going to get this straight. You know that. So, we just have to do the best we can do. Alright, let's see what we can come up with. Well, I'm laying it down there. We'll see what we got when we trim it. May be completely off. Oh, that's cute. I like that. It did cut into butterfly, but you can still tell what it says. I like that. Don't remember what kit this was from. Susan, if you're watching, you're welcome to. You can't put a link, but you're welcome to give the name below. Her kits are beautiful. So that is pretty. I like that. Now that's going to be a pretty wide tag. Let's see. It's going to be 4 3/4. So we would need to have a pocket that is big enough to hold that tag. This is basically the normal size pockets, and you can see it's a little bit wider. So I don't know that this one's going to have a lot on it. I love all those butterflies. It looks like you caught them in a little jar. Let's put a label on there. And I think we'll try to do one of these blue labels maybe. Okay, let's cut this one out and put it there. Okay, and then right down here I'm also going to put a number, and this will kind of sort of look like that it is a little specimen jar. I'll use this blue one, I think. I'm glad to get some of this junk out of my drawer and doing something useful with it other than just throwing it in the garbage. Okay, put that right there. Cute. I like that. And then, you know, you could write on that, but I think I'll cover it maybe with this. That'll work. It's kind of slick, so you know, writing on it, you'd have to write on it with a particular kind of pen, or it would just rub off. So I'd rather cover it so the person doesn't have to worry about it. Now I could go on and on and on and on and on making all of this stuff because I'm using my junk up out of my drawer and making something useful and pretty, I think. I knew I saved this page back for something, Susan. I had used all of her other pages in this kit, but I saved this one because I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to do something different with it. And I think that works great. Alright, so there's the background. And there's that. And you could put a tab on there or put a ribbon in it. Whatever you would want. I think that's cute. We could make a pocket. I don't know how many minutes I've been on here. I haven't even been looking. Could make a pocket for it with this piece of junk mail. Because if we don't, I'll probably forget that I need a wide pocket. Yeah, we can do that. Let's make one real quick, if you don't mind. If you don't want to watch it, you can just go ahead and turn the video off. I'm just going to make one real quick. Now, I'm going to fold around some of this. This is not a real thick material here. This is pretty thin. You know, the post office is not going to send out anything that's very nice. And I'm not bashing the post office, so don't send me ugly letters, you postal carriers. I know this comes from the federal government and not you. Okay, so that will be plenty wide enough. Now let's make sure that it's not too wide to go on my page. No, it's not. I think I'm supposed to fold it at that one. Let's see. Yeah, that one. That one. I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit of this extra off on the sides because all it's going to do is add extra bulk to it. So there's our pocket. All we need to do is put some kind of cover on it. And, you know, we could just cover it with this. Let's cover with that right there. It says, Dreaming of October Breezes. I love, love, love the butterflies, as you know. So I'm going to cover it with that. What did I do before that bone folder? Have I got that straight? I hope. That bone folder is just a lifesaver to my hand. when you craft all day and you have weak wrist, that bone folder comes in very handy. Okay. Now, oh, that's cute. Yes, I love that. I'm going to punch a little pull in the top, and then we're going to ink around it, and then that will slide in there like that, and that will be a little rounded top tag. Cute. And I don't even think I'm going to put anything on this because you've got your writing, you've got a butterfly. I think I'm going to leave it as is. Alright guys, that is it for today's From Junk to Trunk, or whatever we're going to call it. Just using some junk that was in my drawer and then using up some of our scraps. We will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.